I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Detail. Oh, word. Please be seated. Good afternoon. On behalf of the entire staff of the Mississippi State Fire Academy, we'd like to welcome you to the graduation ceremony of the National Fire Protection Association 1001, class number 179. Before we begin our ceremony today, I will call on firefighter recruit Fernando Dillon from the Brookhaven Fire Department for our invocation.
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Let thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us for our debts as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen.
7 long weeks ago, these young men came to the State Fire Academy to begin their journey in the fire service for the state of Mississippi. Before they got here and after they got here, for the last 7 weeks, they have learned what it will take to become a firefighter in the state of Mississippi. The hard work that it takes, the teamwork that it takes, the dedication, the courage, and the constant sacrifice that they must endure throughout their career in the fire service. All of these guys came here representing the future of the fire service of our great state, and they came from all across the state of Mississippi. The northern part of our state, New Albany Fire Department, Hernando Fire Department, Oxford Fire Department, and Columbus Fire Department. And from the central part of the state, the Jackson Fire Department, Ridgeland Fire Department, Flowood Fire Department, Newton Fire Department, Meridian Fire Department, Brookhaven Fire Department, and from the southern part of our state, Biloxi Fire Department, Gulfport Fire Department, Long Beach Fire Department, Pass Christian Fire Department, Ocean Springs Fire Department, and Gaucher Fire Department. Let's give them a hand. Guys, if I can give you any advice, let me just give you this. You have entered the world's most hazardous but honored profession. The fire service since September the 11th, 2001, as we all know it, has been voted each year as one of the most prestigious occupations in America. Secondly is teachers and scientists. Again, this places you in a very elite group of citizens of our country. Outside of wartime, firefighting usually ranks the #1 most hazardous occupation. And just last year, on a Forbes study, firefighting was the second most stressful occupation in our country. A lot of things are lined up against you in this. You came here to learn the knowledge and skills that it would take to be a firefighter. You also learned the knowledge and skills it would take to overcome the hazards, the stress, and everything that comes with the job. You were trained to make a positive difference when literally seconds count. And it's usually when people are having the absolute worst days of their lives. You were taught and trained by some of the finest instructors assembled anywhere in the world. And they taught you three things that you need to remember: to save lives, save property, but most of all, to do it safely. Guys, don't ever forget the people that stood behind you, not only in these 7 weeks, but will stand behind you throughout your careers. Your family, your friends, the mayors of your communities, your fire chiefs, your fire departments that you're members of, the instructors, not only these, but the ones that you will have through the next 20, 30 years. But lastly, the citizens that you're sworn to protect. Never forget those. Guys, this is your State Fire Academy. I want to encourage you to continue to excel in learning and knowledge. It very well could be the difference that brings you home safely to your family. Good luck to each one of you, and thank you for choosing the fire service. God bless you.
Good afternoon. As Director Bell mentioned to you a second ago, we're on the steps of one of the greatest fire academies in the country. The Mississippi Fire Academy employs 3 instructional bureaus that deliver a wide range of training classes across the country to firefighters and first responders from across the nation here in the state of Mississippi. The Certification Bureau is charged with delivering the Firefighter Basic Recruit class, and along with several other critical components to the fire service. These guys spend the entire year teaching a wide variety of classes, such as fire instructor, fire investigator, safety officer, company officer level classes, in addition to the basic firefighter class. 3 members of the Instructional Bureau is not in here this afternoon that are away on other duties. One of them is Senior Advanced Instructor Clarence Parks, who is at Arlington National Cemetery training with the Honor Guard, who is unable to attend today. Senior Advanced Instructor Bill Trimble is not on campus today as well. He's gotten sick, so we've got him at the house trying to recover for next week's activities. And Senior Instructor Sidney Malone is also on campus, but he's over teaching Class 180's Hazardous Materials class, so they're not with us today. But let me introduce to you the ones of the Certification Bureau that are here. We'll start on the front row with Instructor Sean Sinclair. Senior Instructor Matt Hinkle. Instructor Barry Burnside. On the stage behind me, Senior Advanced Instructor Rob Fisher. And the class coordinator for Class 179 is Senior Advanced Instructor Marcus Collier. Also, we have our administrative assistant, Ms. Rebecca Cahoons, over here to the side. So one last time, join me in a round of applause for these guys. Just a few things for Class 179. Thank you for your last 7 weeks of hard work. I know you've seen a wide variety of things come across your plate while we've been here at the Fire Academy. Your effort, hard work, sweat, and dedication has been prescribed that here at the Academy has been ingrained into your minds and your hearts and the souls, as well as this place. Your effort, your attitude, and your commitment to the service is far excelled into your future as a firefighter. So thank you for filling out that application and coming to join the ranks of the fire service. When you get back to your communities, you're going to have just a second to reflect and then find your place on that watchful truck. And it's an important duty that each of y'all are charged to. So we encourage you to remember the reason you chose this line of work. It's for things not like you. It's things higher than you and a greater calling. So we congratulate you, wish you all great futures ahead of you, and let us know if we can help you in the future.
I don't remember them saying I'd have to watch a man take his last breath with his wife and daughter at his chest, or to see a family's home go up in flames, knowing they just lost everything. But we've got to know we did our best. Go on and don't worry about the past. Try to make a difference in this crazy world today, 'cause you know God made us that way. I never thought I'd see the terror in a mother's eyes as she watched her 15-year-old die, or to feel the fire slap me in the face as it moves through this house at a steady pace. But we've got to know we did our best. Go on and don't worry about the past. Try to make a difference in this crazy world today, 'cause you know God made us that way. And I hope to God I never have to see a brother fall in battle at a fire we can't defeat. We've got to know we did our best. Go on and don't worry about the past. Try to make a difference in this crazy world today, 'cause you know God made us that way. You know God made firefighters that way.
For you family and friends that are joining us today, that's just a small glimpse of some of the things that we've done over the course of the last 7 weeks. We're glad that you're here with us today, and we welcome you to the State Fire Academy. We really do have a great facility here. We have a great staff. Illustration of that is the video that you just watched. That's made here at the Academy by one of our very own staff members, William Searcy. And also the song, the final song that you heard playing there towards the end of the video was also written and performed by another staff member, Instructor Chief Shannon Sandridge. So very talented group of people. We're very blessed to have this facility and these people here. At this time, I'd like to introduce the class speaker for 179, Ladd Bankston from the Oxford Fire Department. He's going to come up and tell us a little bit about the class's perspective on what they've done for the last 7 weeks.
All right, bear with me. I'm at a loss of words right now, not because I can't find them, but because I simply can't describe the incredible feeling that this day brings to me, and I'm sure it does my classmates. But really, one word does come to mind for all of us. Today, finally is here. And as you were just told, my name is Ladd J. Bankston, but I'm better known as the Flag and Bass, along with Harrison Branch. We didn't let that thing go out of our sight, I'll tell you that. Number 2, or my personal favorite everybody gave me, is Randy Orton. I'm proud to say I'm blessed to stand here and tell all of you that my company, that these men in front of me are very special. And I hope that every family member or loved one knows you've helped us push through. You helped us push through the air squats, the late night studying, the early morning formations. That all of you, wives, parents, mentors, friends, you're what drove us on. You drove these men through the smoke of the heat building, the stress of hazmat, the suspense of finals, and now we stand before you all here today to join in the ranks of heroes of our community and our great nation. But there's one idea I'd like to share with all of you that can pretty much sum up about one class 179. And that idea is the idea of brotherhood. I like to say it because I feel it. I would give my all for each and every single one of you, for all of you, as I'm sure my brothers would, for all of you and each other. Chris Summerlin, I'm going to use you as an example, buddy. So there was one day in class where, he pretty much spoke up and said how he feels about all of us on his own accord, and how a particular another one of us, he said, if you gave me the call, don't even worry about it. That Ford will be rolling on the interstate, right there with you. Instructors, I want to thank y'all for guiding us, for being patient with us, for caring about us and us not to let up, even when we, moan and groan. Thank you. But guys, I got to tell you, this day isn't just for us. It's for every person that we will influence, that we will help. To the small child that we have to lift up into the engine just one more time just because they can't get enough. All the way to that man that's sobbing on the front porch. Not because he lost it all, but because he's found a new look on life and the joy one of us, one of you, came when he saw us in that fire coming to pull him out. There's a man that came to talk to our class. I think he's a great guy, young, great guy already. His name's Chapel. He's with the Clinton Fire Department. And he left us with this quote. And he said, I hope that in the moment when the fire is on you, you'll make the choice that you'll trust your team, your family, that you'll go in that building and you'll do your job, just as he did. So guys, take heart, stay steadfast to be in the fight, because today, I swear before you on behalf of all of Class 179, this is just a start. Thank you.
I think I want to begin by saying over the last 12 years, I've had the privilege and the honor to coordinate a lot of groups. Coming into this one, this is the first opportunity that I've had to coordinate a group beginning out with 35. And it didn't take me but just a couple of days, probably the second day, to realize this was going to be quite the undertaking. So before I get into anything else, I just want to once again personally thank our staff. I know everybody's not here, but you guys are the best group of guys I ever worked with, and I appreciate it. And these students appreciate it. And it takes, just like everybody's talked about already, it takes teamwork. It takes teamwork on the fire ground. It takes teamwork out here. It takes teamwork in life. So that's what the fire service is all about. Brothers looking out for brothers, sisters looking out for sisters. And, you know, everybody sitting in this room in some ways connected to this brotherhood. So we want to thank you for that. Because of the size of the class, we couldn't do this without the instructors. We couldn't do this without willing students. And part of that process goes with having some officers within the class. And basically they're a go-between between usually myself and the rest of the group to help us get people moving where we need to move. And with this large number of people, it may not look that large right now, but when you start trying to move 35 people around a campus and do certain activities, it begins to consume a lot of your time that we really don't have to spend on those things because there's more important things. So I would like to start this by first acknowledging and showing my appreciation to the officers of the class. I want to start with the captain, Glenn Puzz from the Goshen Fire Department. Believe it or not, Mr. Puzz has been with us before, and he was in class 79. He's back in 179. I told him if he wanted to come back for 279, we could arrange that. So thank you so much. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Next are the lieutenants, and because of the size of the class, the last class we went with the format of 3 lieutenants. So I'm going to call their names right here. If you guys would just stand and stay there until I get everyone called. Fernando Dillon from the Brookhaven Fire Department. Jaquan Griffin from the Gulfport Fire Department. And Edward Wally from Pass Christian Fire Department. If you guys will come forward. Thank you so much. Thank you. Wally, thank you. The next person we want to recognize within this segment is the person having the highest GPA within the program. So I'm sure they've all told you stories, but as far as written tests go, it's a lot of written tests within the 7-week period. Somewhere probably in the neighborhood, just off the top of my head, probably somewhere around close to 38 to 40 total tests that they take during this program. And very difficult to maintain a high grade point average with the number of tests and also with the number of skills and activities that we have to accomplish on a given day. So at this time, I'd like to acknowledge Brandon Elsie from the Gulfport Fire Department as having the highest GPA for Class 179. Next category, I'm sure you guys are all familiar with this as well, but the physical fitness level of firefighters. All right, so this is probably the most strenuous job I've ever tried to do in my life. And I feel like over the last 7 weeks, these guys probably just getting started. They kind of feel that same way as well. So physical fitness is a big part of that. We do a physical fitness test, which consists of a 1.5 mile run, as many push-ups and pull-ups as they can do, and as many sit-ups as they can perform in 2 minutes. And so we take those numbers and we compile them and we come up with an overall leader within the group for physical fitness. And that person for this class is Edward Wally from the Pass Christian Fire Department. And then lastly, several classes ago, we wanted to look at leaving students with something to go forward on. And as you leave out of here today, several years ago, our executive director, Mr. Bell, he posted a sign up as you leave out today. If you'll look to your right, you'll see that sign. And as you go by it, you can read it, but it's going to ask you the question, have you made a difference today? And we tied that into this next award. We call it the Making a Difference Award. And we try to find that person within the class who truly made a difference. And there were several people in this class that came to mind. But I got together with the instructional staff and Austin Crawford from Hernando Fire Department. Austin, hold tight just a second. So some of you guys might be going, I don't really know if Austin made that big of a difference or not. But from an instructional standpoint, we want to say thank you on behalf of the instructional staff. Yes, sir. No, sir. If you complained, I never heard a complaint.
Yes, sir.
Positive attitude. And we wanted you to know, Austin, that you've made a difference for us.
Yes, sir.
And you're a difference maker.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
You don't forget that when you leave here.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
So last of all, Ladd made reference to it. It's this flag you see right over here next to the state flag, obviously, but this is the class flag. And with every single class that comes through here, they're not given that flag on the first day. They're not, as I told them the first day of class, whatever they get, they're going to earn. And that holds true with that flag. So that flag is a representation of them coming together as a group, as a team, as a band of brothers to come into certain tasks that I gave these guys. And with every task, I'll have to say they approached it with a positive attitude. And most times they outperformed what I thought they were going to do. So these guys well deserve that flag. And as a instructional staff, we would like to present that class flag to Class 179.
Class 179 will now return the class flag.
The flag that they just presented back to the State Fire Academy looks like a very simple nylon flag. But that flag is Class 179. From this point forward, you will always have a place here at the State Fire Academy as a firefighter in Class 179. Thank you for that. The State Fire Academy is a division of the Mississippi Insurance Department. Insurance Commissioner and State Fire Marshal Mike Chaney could not be here today, but he asked me to pass along to each one of you how proud he is of the occupation that you have chosen and the job that you are going to do when you leave here, and that is from Commissioner Chaney. Our guest speaker today, and I go back a long way, about 35 years, I guess, as we have been in the fire service that long. He began his career with the Biloxi Fire Department, where through the years he rose through the ranks, and in 2013 was named Director of Fire in the city of Biloxi. He's a founder and board member of the West End Hose Company No. 3 Museum and Fire Education Center in Biloxi. He's currently serving as a state director for the Southeastern Association of Fire Chiefs, representing Mississippi. He has over 1,000 hours of training here at the State Fire Academy and hundreds of other hours at the National Fire Academy in Emmitsburg, Maryland. He has received numerous awards for his work within and outside the scope of his job. He received the Medal of Valor for his work during Hurricane Katrina. He's named Fire Chief of the Year in 2016 by the Mississippi Burn Foundation's Hearts for Heroes campaign, and he's been elected twice, I say elected, been chosen twice as City of Biloxi Employee Volunteer of the Year. Please help me welcome the Fire Chief for the Biloxi Fire Department, Chief Joe Boney.
Wow. What a great day. And what an honor that we are here to celebrate the graduating class of 179. During my career, I've been fortunate enough to experience many opportunities. I've shaken hands with the President of the United States, served as incident commander on the east end of Biloxi in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina, and even celebrated Thanksgiving dinner in Manhattan at the house of Engine 34 and Ladder 40 of the FDNY. However, to me, none compared to this particular moment. I consider myself a blessed man to be able to be here today and address you, and to be among the first to welcome you to the ranks of the American Fire Service. Director Bell, I want to thank you and your staff for all of your hard work. And I'm not going to talk to you about firefighting because you know firefighting now. You have been taught, Director Bell has given, and his staff have given you all the tools you need to do the job. You have taken the first step to what will hopefully be a long, rewarding journey. But always remember, your primary mission is service. Some people have careers that make them financially stable. Some will be lucky enough to land a career that afford them the opportunity to see the world. But some will spend the majority of their life in a dead-end job that they hate. For you, though, the few, like you and I, have chosen a career of service. Let me assure you that although you may never be rich and your travel's limited, your rewards will be life-changing and fulfilling if you heed this simple advice. Treat every person that you encounter while performing your duties as though they were family. Never lose sight of your commitment to assist those in need, no matter how trivial you may think their emergency is. Believe me, the incident is vitally important to the person asking for your help. Just last week, we had an elderly gentleman call the office to ask if we could come remove a large Mylar balloon from a tree in his backyard. His dog wouldn't stop barking, and it was driving him and his neighbors crazy. My staff took the gentleman's information and passed it to the on-duty battalion chief, who dispatched an engine to investigate. The crew assessed the situation and determined that the balloon was well above the height that they could reach safely. So they explained this situation to the gentleman, who thanked them for at least taking the time and effort to investigate the problem. Staff could have easily told the gentleman when he first called that there was nothing we could do for him. But by making the extra effort, they demonstrated to the gentleman that someone does care. There will be other more dramatic calls like one we had a couple of years ago, where a mother and 2 small children were killed in an automobile accident. Our units responded and extricated the victims professionally. But upon arrival back to the station, one of the responding units had a member who spoke Spanish. Police department requested that he come and translate to the husband and the father of that family that their family had been killed, his family had been killed. All of you in the course of your careers will work incidents such as these, as well as many other types. You will see and do things you never imagined. Some you will remember and talk about frequently, and some you will never speak about again. Remember, no matter the incident, the person who is calling, it is an emergency. So treat it as such. Never compromise your values. They've gotten you to this point. Please don't begin your careers by subscribing to the country club. For those of you who don't know what I mean, just keep in mind that every department has a country club. It is the most remote station with the lowest number of calls in the department. There are always those members who spend their careers living the country club life. All they want to do is come to work, check the truck, and do nothing else but collect a paycheck for showing up. We already have too many of these folks. Be that person who is known for getting the job done. If you see something that needs to be done, do it. If the apparatus needs washing, clean it. If another crew member is cleaning the bathroom, help him. Don't wait for your supervisor to ask you to perform a task. Do it. Instead, be proactive. I've always enjoyed working around these types of person, and most people do. Always be proud of your chosen profession. When you put the department t-shirt on for the first time when you get home, take a moment. Think about the generations of men and women who have rose to the challenge before you. There is a legacy of honor, determination, and personal sacrifice which you should consider privileged to inherit today and carry on. During your career, you will have the honor to meet and swap stories with a few of the old timers. Listen to them, respect their knowledge, and learn a little bit from them. It will make you not only a better firefighter, but a better person. Also know that there are still more who serve that you will never meet. They are the firefighters that made the ultimate sacrifice in order to keep their fellow human beings from harm. So when your turn comes to serve on a funeral detail of a retiree you never met, and find yourself wondering why the department is spending so much time and effort on the individual, just remember, this firefighter had a full career before you. I would hope you take a moment and thank the firefighter's family for their service, and pray that you never have to experience a line of duty death to truly understand the magnitude of such a loss. In closing, I want to emphasize that everything I have spoken of thus far defines the true meaning of brotherhood in the fire service. It is an alliance that greatly relies on personal integrity and pride and dedication. It must be practiced every shift, and above all, trust in your coworkers is the key. I'm in the twilight of my career now, while you're just beginning. And I would like to leave you with one last important piece of advice. Enjoy the ride, because boy, it goes fast. Faster than you will ever realize. And strive to be in that 1% of those who push themselves every day in an effort to attain the rank I have achieved. I can honestly say that after 35 years, I still look forward each and every day to getting up and putting the uniform on and going to work. In closing, I want to thank Director Bell and all the members of your staff for the great work you do every day for the Mississippi and the United States Fire Service. We expect good things from all of you, graduates. I know I speak for every single person here when I tell you we are all very proud of what you have accomplished today. Congratulations, Class 179. Thank you.
Class 179, on your feet. Left, face. Forward, arm. Class 179, roll call. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 26, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 34, 35. Everyone accounted for. Sir!
Firefighter Jerron Allen. Firefighter Ladd Bankston. Firefighter Harrison Branch. Firefighter Brandon Brown. Firefighter Cody Carroll. Firefighter Caleb Causey. Firefighter Hunter Clayton. Firefighter Lionel Cawthorn. Firefighter Austin Crawford. Firefighter Fernando Dillon. Firefighter Brandon Elsie. Firefighter Javier Evans. Firefighter Ronnie Garcia. Firefighter Jaquan Griffin. Firefighter Micah Hancock. Firefighter Trey Hunt. Firefighter Lambert and Holson. Firefighter Ontario Lowry. Firefighter Marcus Norwood. Firefighter Blake O'Callaghan. Firefighter Hayden Pace. Firefighter Reed Pomersky. Firefighter Glenn Puzz. Firefighter Malcolm Scott. Firefighter Christopher Summerlin. Firefighter Colton Tillman. Firefighter David Towsley. Firefighter Jake Voyevich. Firefighter Edward Wally. Firefighter Jackson Whiteside. Firefighter Patrick Williamson. Firefighter Austin Woodard.
Ladies and gentlemen, by the power invested in the Mississippi State Fire Academy by the laws of the state of Mississippi, I now award Class 179 the distinction of firefighters in the state of Mississippi. God bless you all. This now concludes our ceremony today. Please stay around and let these guys show you where they had so much fun for the last 7 weeks of vacation. Thank you for your support. God bless you all, and be careful going home. Thank you.